This is what's great about sports. This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game. Hello? You play to win the game.
Brings it into the front court. They have no timeouts remaining.
He causes too many timeouts. That's a technical foul.
He called a timeout. Michigan doesn't have any.
He got by with a walk, and Jimmy calls a he calls a timeout. He doesn't realize that's Michigan's too many, and so it'll be a technical foul. North Carolina shooting and the ball.
We played them in the third game. Everybody played three quarters. The Bears are who we thought they were. And that's why we took the damn field. Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook.
Little roller up along first. Behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
Oh, what it's like to live it from the other end. Last week it's Barr. This week it's Norwood against them. Some of them refusing to look, just praying. Barnes was good. Now Norwood tries to kick his longest ever on grass. 47 yards. 8 seconds left. Adam Winger will snap it.
What's that? Playoffs? We'll talk about playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
League, welcome back, League. It's the commish. It is week 13, only 2 more weeks left, guys. This is another Push to the Playoffs preview edition. As you could just see, those were all of our losers, all the guys that are not making the playoff this year. David Adam, Little Lebowski, Urban Achievers, Steelers Society, Cole Worst, Team Zimmer, Manti Te'o, Ron Ridley, fucking good, Team Frano, you and the defending 2012 Ultimate Fantasy League champion, Team Travis Harris. You guys are set to be the spoilers for the rest of the year, the losers. Let's go right into it because it's getting heated up. The Week 12 scoreboard. S-My-D, no Roma, improves to 8-4. I got a squeaker 79-78 win over Travis Harris. Monday night, Colin Kaepernick and Anquan Bolden almost came back to beat me, but I got the win, baby. Rolling on. Sunday, Murderous 6, Nick Adam keeps his playoff hopes alive with a 100-91 win over Josh Redskins. Little Lebowski, Urban Achievers, and Steelers Society, both spoilers, wins a 76-45 battle against Steelers to Society. The uncle against nephew battle. TC Raw, number 1 in the league, 98-81 over Team Zimmer Manti Te'o. He did not clinch. I thought that Tyler would clinch, but based on the rest of the league, he still has not mathematically clinched. We'll get into that in a second. Beat Mike Hunt, Mark Zanfini with a 104-70 win over Rod Ridley. Fucking good, Shane Ravizza. Then the team that we all love to hate, Area Nation, with a 102-85 win over Team Ibe. And then Team Grimwald, again, still rolling, baby. Team Grimwald's killing it right now. Again, 122-81 over Team Freno. So let's go ahead and look at the Ultimate Fantasy League standings. Right there, as we can see, TC Raw in first place overall, 9-3, 196 points, .750 winning percentage. Then we have Team Grinwald, Team Ibe, and Estmadino Romo and Aryan Nation are all technically tied for the second place. 7-3-2 equals an 8-4. So Team Grimwald and Team Ibe both have an 8-4 record. Estmadino Romo 8-4 and Aryan Nation 8-4. As you can see, that red line, because of that tied record between those four teams, that is what the playoff cutoff line is. Remember, it's only the top 4 people advance. And that would be because I have a lead over Mike Hunt, Aryan Nation, because of my total points for 1,113 to beating his 1,067. If the playoffs were to start today, boom, I would be in as the 4 seed playing TC Raw in the first round, Team Grimwald against Team I. Then we go to the 3-way tie for that third place in the league. The 3-way tie, the people that can still make the playoffs. As you read off, everyone from up top, nobody's clinched yet. Aryan Nation, Sunday Murderer 6, Beat Mike Hunt, and Josh Shredskins are all 6-6. They can make the playoffs, and I'll give you the scenarios in a minute. After that, you see the big red box and says next to it, mathematically eliminated. And those are all the losers that I put up there earlier. Lil Lebowski, Urban Achiever, Steelers Society, Teams there, Manti Te'o, Team Frano, Robin Good, Shane Ravisa, and Team Harris. The playoff scenarios I want to show you guys. Here they are. The Ultimate Fantasy League playoff scenarios. If TC Raw, who's 9-3, if he wins this week, he clinches the division and a playoff berth. If he loses the 2 remaining games, his last 2 remaining games, and Cote, Hunt, Ibe, and Grimwald all win their 2 games, then he does not make the playoffs. Like I said, TC Raw is not in the clear yet. For the 6-6 teams, the Sunday Murderer 6, Josh Redskins, and Beat Mike Hunt, the people with the outside looking in, but still a chance of making the playoff. 6-6 teams need for at least one of the 8-4, 7-3-2 teams, which are Ibe, Estmadino Romo, Grimwald, and Aryan Nation. They need for at least one of them to lose both of their remaining games, and they have to win out to hopefully get in by points 4. And for the 7-3-2/8-4 teams, Team Grimwald, Ibe, Estmadino Romo, and Aryan Nation, they can get in if they win out, and one of those, Team Grimwald, Ibe, No Romo, and Aryan Nation, loses just one game, or we can win out and have more points 4. So those are the different types of playoff scenarios. Let them sink into yourself as they can go ahead and sink in. Let's look at this week's games. First, Estmadino Romo against TC Raw. Well, big game for me against the number 1 man in the league. Like I said, if I beat him, he's still not technically in the playoffs. If he wins, he clinches the division and a playoff berth, more than likely the number 1 overall seed, but that's not technical just as of yet, because he could end up still going 10-4 and tie with someone who has more points 4. Like I said, never pick my game. Good luck to you, Tino, up there in Philly. Next up, Beat Mike Hunt against Team Frano. Well, Beat Mike Hunt, he still has a chance. He has to win out these last 2 games, and hopefully one of us loses 1 game. Right now, projecting a 108-104 against Team Frano. He's playing the role of spoiler. Phillip Rivers going against that Cincy defense at home. No Sean Moreno. Is he hurt? We don't know. Broncos are saying he's playing. Moreno going to Arrowhead at KC. Josh McCown going in for Team Frano with a tasty matchup at Minnesota. Ben Tate, Donald Brown. I'm going to have to say that Beat Mike Hunt gets the victory and moves on to hopefully finish out the season getting a chance to win. Next up, Little Lebowski Urban Achievers at Josh Redskins. Little Lebowski Urban Achievers sitting at 5-7, playing the role of spoiler mode against the Josh Redskins 6-6 team, looking for that playoff berth. Right now, projecting a Little Lebowski Urban Achievers 121-102. Urban Achievers rolling with Alex Smith in Arrowhead against Denver. Matt Forte coming off a questionable injury. He's questionable. CJ2K, Giovanni Bernard against an Eli Manning, Ray Rice, Rashard Mendenhall, Marshawn Lynch team. Like I said, we're projecting 121-102. I think that Forte, Chris Johnson, and Gio Bernard, that three-headed monster, actually all put over 10 points. He has a good game. Urban Achievers for the victory. Next up, Team I at Sunday Murderer 6 Nick Adams. This would usually be my matchup of the week, but every game that has a potential playoff team is a matchup of the week this week. 7-3-2 against Nick Adams, 6-6. Both of these guys looking for playoff berths. I'm in a better position than Nick Adams right now. I projecting a 119-83 win over Nick Adams. Peyton Manning going against KC. Sunday Murderer 6 got Andrew Luck going against the Tennessee defense. Jamal Charles in Arrowhead against Denver. Freddie Jackson playing against Atlanta, and Danny Woodhead going against the Cincinnati Bengals. Right now, like I said, projecting a 119-83 victory for Ive. I'm going to say that, boom, Sunday Murderer 6 gets an upset victory and potentially pushes himself closer to the playoffs with a lot of other things having to happen. Team Zimmer Manti Dale against Steelers to Society. Roommate matchup. Well, we got a matchup against two teams that are both mathematically out, not even be able to make the playoffs. Who really gives a fuck who wins this game? Just kidding, because it's the Ultimate Fantasy League. Every game's important. We got a projected 107-64 game for Steelers to Society, who picked up EJ Manuel and is rolling with him and Frank Gore and Antonio Brown, who's been killing it as of late. Projecting a 107-64 against the Tom Brady at Houston, Joke Bell, Pierre Thomas at Seattle defense. I think that's the difference. Pierre Thomas doesn't have a big game. Steelers Society gets the victory. Next up, Team Travis Harris against Team Grimwald. Wow, it's hard to pick against Grimwald. I've been saying this for the past 4 weeks. This kid is killing it. Right now, projecting a 120-67 win over Team Harris. I would love to see Team Grimwald lose and not be able to get in. Team Grimwald, I, Aryan Nation, I don't care, and any of them, I would love for them to lose so I can get a better playoff potential chance to get in. Right now, 120-67. Nick Foles at the Arizona Porous secondary. Alfred Morris against the porous New York Giants defense. Zach Stacy's going to play, coming off concussion. We don't know. Against Colin Kaepernick, CJ Spiller. I'm going to go with Team Grimwald to go ahead and rolls on and gets the victory. And finally, Aryan Nation at Rotting Really Fucking Good, Shane Ravizza. The team we love to hate, Aryan Nation. He's won 6 fucking games straight. I hate saying that that's unbelievable for this guy. He's made the moves. Right now, we got Cam Newton against Tampa Bay. Adrian Peterson, still kind of questionable, going against Chicago defense. Eddie Lacy, that Turkey Day special that we have tomorrow against Detroit. T.Y. Hilton against the Drew Brees. James Starks, MJD, Cordarrelle Patterson, whatever the fuck his name is. Holy shit. 119-68 projections right now for Hunt. I'm going to go and say that Hunt gets the victory. All right, guys, that's it. We only have this week and next week left before the playoffs begin. The top 4 teams get in. I want to say a happy Thanksgiving to all the Ultimate Fantasy League members out there. I will see it. Get your stuff set up. Games start tomorrow, 12:30. Detroit is playing against Green Bay. Get your lineup set. I am the commish. I am out.